Hey everybody, welcome to Real Brave Live, episode 52, is it?
Yep.
That sounds right.
Today we're going to talk about the top 10 songs every guitarist should know according to Ultimate Guitar. We'll talk about Ultimate Guitar in a second, because this is very important now. These are songs taught in a lesson room, because Deep Purple's single Smoke on the Water was released, according to my research, May 26th, 1973. So almost 50 years ago today. And we're going to talk about these songs over the next, who knows how long. If you didn't know this already, Real Brave is a music studio. And we have an online classroom, virtual classroom, where you can get lessons. You can sign up, get live lessons with your instructor, from that guy over there. And we built this portal so that you can learn any instrument pretty much on our portal. It's called Practice Pad, and we're very excited about it. Hundreds, if not thousands of people are using it. And let me tell you something, if you really want to learn an instrument, this is probably the closest thing you can get to an online, in-person experience. It's called Practice Pad, practice-pad.com. You can sign up today. Every week at Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern-ish, we do this, two musicians in a room talking about music, the history of music, top 10 lists, you name it, so that you, viewer, can have a good time and laugh at me. Smash that like button, that reminder button, so that you can get reminded every single week when we do this, because we're going to talk about the top 10 songs every guitarist should know here on
Real Brave Live.
Thank you, Kevin. How are you today?
I'm so good. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for wearing some white pants.
Yep.
I like it. Look, it's got a little Miami Vice going today.
We're getting more towards summer, so I'm gonna make use of it before Labor Day.
Yeah, you don't want to wear white pants after Labor Day.
I mean, I will, in defiance of the cultural norms and milieus. But,
yeah. You gonna get a perm too?
I will.
Good. So, top 10 songs every guitarist should know, according to Ultimate Guitar. You use Ultimate Guitar. What is Ultimate Guitar?
Ultimate Guitar is a website that houses peer-created tablature.
What is tablature?
Tablature is a musical shorthand for how to read music for specifically stringed instruments that have frets.
Okay.
Guitar.
It's like a whole nother language outside of music theory.
Yeah, and a lot of students, especially guitar, but this goes beyond that to bass, ukulele, mandolin even I've seen tablature for, or tabs for short. There's a reason why we use it, and it's the main reason is that I can play the same thing here that I can play here, that I can play here, that I can play here, or
pretty close,
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, et cetera.
So at any given moment, for any line of music, I can have so many different options to play. It can be overwhelming a lot of times and not always intuitive. So there's this shorthand, we'll call it.
I like that. That's good.
Of how to play the music. It relates to the music the same way in the dictionary, and I'm stealing this right from Adam Neely, who's a music theorist. He's got a YouTube channel. But
the famous Adam Neely.
That one.
That guy. Everybody knows him.
Yeah. Actually, he's got a really good channel. It relates to music the same way in the dictionary, the phonetic pronunciation of the word relates to the word itself. It'll tell you how to say the word, but it won't give you any other information beyond that. It won't give you context.
You're talking about tablature, though.
Yeah, the tablature won't really give you a context in terms of pitch or rhythm. Some try. Some try. Yeah. You see some of the rhythmic notation underneath of it, but it's largely, and especially on Ultimate Guitar, where it's text-based and not computer generated. It's largely devoid of that.
So tablature it's a really it's a quick shorthand of learning music. It's very popular. Ultimate Guitar on these types of sites are very popular for learning guitar, because it kind of gives you a shorthand. I love that word on how to learn some of these songs. Now, not all of them are correct, so you got to be careful with what you're picking.
Yeah.
But I on purpose picked this this list from Ultimate Guitar because it is a hot button of conversation about like which is a good, version of which song.
Right.
Smoke on the Water was released according to my research on Google on May 26, 1973, and this list is based on user voting from ultimateguitar.com. I'm assuming that Smoke on the Water is going to be on this list somewhere, so let's discuss it.
Probably somewhere.
These are the top 10 songs every guitar should know. Number 20, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb.
Yep.
Really quick, because we want to get through 20 through 11 really quick. Yeah. Just, if there's there's one YouTube video where there's a young man watching this solo, or it might be a young woman actually watching this solo. Who's never heard Pink Floyd before, but as soon as that solo comes up, it's one of the most famous solos of all time. She starts crying hysterically. Yeah, arpeggios.
Yeah.
Number 19, Green Day, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. I've taught this song 1,000 times.
Same. And so this list is less of like a must-know list for guitarists and more of a must-know list for guitar teachers.
But guitar okay, yes. I didn't know where you're going.
I've taught all of these songs on this list at different levels of complexity and skill, but for some reason, these are the songs that grab the beginner student and say, hey, you could do this, here's how. And I don't know why, but this is like
This is it.
This is the repertoire for beginning students.
Number 18 is Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. Yeah, that's the timeless classic. I heard you did that with Mike Kennedy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he killed that. He did the whole. Talk about arpeggios.
There it is.
Yeah.
Number 17, Chuck Berry, Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There it is. Come on, rip it.
Yeah.
That song is probably 60 years old, 70 years old?
70 at least.
Yeah, at least 70 years old.
It's one of the. These are all, I've taught these, but these are all amongst the first songs that I've learned. Maybe not. That wasn't too close to the top.
Is Johnny Be Good the one? I think that's the song that's on the Voyager satellite that's out, that just reached outside of the universe.
Is it really?
Out of this galaxy?
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure that's one of the songs that's on there. So whatever alien comes to eat us, they're gonna hear Johnny Be Good and be like, oh, maybe we.
There's the Vesuvian Man on there.
Yeah.
There's a Venetian. No, it's the Vesuvian.
Vesuvian. The Venetian Man is just a guy eating in
Venice.
Italy.
Yeah. No, I forget what the song is. I guess it's Johnny Be Good.
Four Seasons. Vivaldi.
But yeah, that's just your standard 12-bar blues. There's also in Back to the Future. Obviously, maybe you're not ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah. Well done. Number 16, Metallica, Enter Sandman.
Uh-huh.
Boom. Yeah. So great. First time I heard that, I was like, wow. Metal is now mainstream. That's so weird. Number 15, Oasis, Wonderwall. I hate this song. Can't stand it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Just can't. Please. Number 14, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. This reminds me of my high school days.
Ooh, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Be Good was on the Voyager, I think.
Look at that. I knew something.
There you go.
I'm a space geek. Number 13, Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train.
Oh yeah, this is what we're working on. I'm working on this with Mike right now.
So good.
I like this one.
I love that. I didn't realize he did that until you showed me.
I thought it was a whammy bar thing. I thought it was like this. That's what I thought it was, but it's just a bend and a tap.
I love that. Oh my god, that makes the hairs on someone's arms go somewhere. Okay.
Sure.
Number 12, Gary Moore, Over the Hills and Far Away.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Gary who?
Gary Moore.
Gary West.
We listened to this, and that cannot be right. I think it's Led Zeppelin's Over the Hills and Far Away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. By the way, my daughters are picking up old school like rock T-shirts, Led Zeppelin, all that stuff.
Oh, just the T-shirts?
Just the T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, we need to fix the fact that you don't know who these bands are.
Right.
So we've been buying records. We've been going over here to Pompton and
okay, cool.
buying some records, and they're really getting into it.
Is that the place that's by? There's like a Mexican food store next door. I forget what it's called.
There's two.
There's one
in the train.
There's one in the train, and then there's the flip side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place is interesting.
It's like a hole in the wall, but there's so much in there.
I asked him to come here. He said no.
Really?
Okay, we'll go into that later. Ask me that again.
Bummer.
Number 11, the Ramones Blitzkrieg Bop. Aye. Oh.
This was famously done by the Real Brave Ambassador Band.
Yeah.
At Bitter End.
Bitter End. Emma crushed it.
Emma killed that one.
She really did. Everyone was very impressed with her, and everybody else.
It's a great song to learn if you're beginning guitar because it's literally three things. It's this, this, and this, and there's
1, 4, 5.
1, 4, and 5, and then there's 1, 2 in there.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the entire song.
Yeah.
So if you can make this shape on the guitar, which is a power chord, and if you're looking at it in tablature, you see a 5 and a 7 above it. That's what that means. 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the A string. That's you're well on your way. Side note about the Ambassador Band: they'll be here in Oakland not this Saturday, but Friday, June 10th, and Saturday, June 11th. At the Oakland Public Library, debuting a new set of music as part of the Bergen County Arts Amble.
You're excited. You're very excited. But we're more excited than you are.
Yeah.
So that's 20 through 11. Now the top 10.
Oh.
We just flew through that. But seriously, number 12 is not Gary Moore. It can't be.
No, it's not.
There's no way.
Listen to that, and it's definitely a typo.
Okay. Number 10, Killing in the Name of Rage Against the Machine.
Something like that, right?
Something like that. Released on the band's 1992, according to, this is, again, ultimateguitar.com. Mm-hmm. Released on the band's 1992 self-titled debut album. Practicing this song will get you working on killer chops and proper dynamics. Killer chops.
I saw a funny thing.
Such a musician thing.
I saw a funny thing about somebody had posted that they were like a fan like back in the day of the band, and then recently they're like, you know what? I feel like Rage Against the Machine. They just got too political. And it's like, what machine did you think they were raging against this whole time?
Got too political. The whole thing was on purpose.
Yeah.
It's a really strong guitar riff, but the lyrics and the way that song is sung became the defining sound for that band. Mm-hmm. Tom Morello is a great guitarist.
Oh, he is.
He's the one that played that riff, and he said that he wrote the signature riff while teaching a guitar student about drop D tuning.
Oh, it's indeed then.
I've never do drop D tuning.
I rarely do drop D tuning unless it's. That's a drop D tune. So is Everlong, I've learned.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever it is.
So number 10, Killing in the Name of. Yeah. So he was teaching his guitar student and he wrote a song. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever done that. That might not be true. Number 9, Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. Your favorite.
It's another one we've done stage here.
Yeah. Did we get muted? No.
Maybe.
Slash, the guitarist, is undoubtedly one of the most well-known guitarists of hard rock, according to Ultimate Guitar. And the that the musician made history with riffs and solos that are still anthems for fans of the genre. The song begins with a great finger exercise that's highly satisfying to play and contains jangly open chord section, a choice of power chord chorus, or an alternate finger exercise depending on whether you take rhythm or lead. Some nice slow melodic solos in the beginning verses and a couple more advanced solos at the end.
Yeah, there's
the advanced solo is hard, right?
Yeah, there's a 1-2 measure 16th note run.
Yeah.
That I spent hours on, and I eventually got it, and then I forgot it.
Can you play that?
That's it, slowed down like 20 times.
Yeah, that's kids practice.
Yeah.
You gotta practice, kids.
Yeah.
That's in the, the where do we go now? It's like, where do we go?
Yeah.
Section. Basically, yeah, there's something in there for every standard of player. It's a song that keeps on giving as the player progresses in standard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a well-written tune. It's an iconic riff. That riff is a really great exercise in finger control, one finger, one fret. Pull-offs. Alternate picking is a really important thing to do there. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up.
Yep.
That's not economy picking.
Hand position stuff. There's a whole thing with hand position, whether you should stay with your fingers over the frets or not. Some people say that this will give you arthritis over time. Some people say that you need to just move where you're supposed to go.
I'll tell you.
School of thought over the frets.
Yeah, I like it. One finger to one fret when possible. You will not be able to play this riff if you go. Especially not.
So all you bassists out there playing on the E and A string,
you're
never going to be able to play that song.
Forget about it. It's a good bass line too, by the way.
I learned the song with tablature back in the good old days.
Yeah, me too. Oh no, actually that one I saw on a VHS tape of like top 10 riffs or something like that. Yeah, so it's been around for a while.
1980 something.
Something or other. Some might argue that Paradise City is maybe more.
So good.
Or Welcome to the Jungle.
I love Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah. Welcome to the Jungle. That's what I said.
The Journal.
Welcome to the Journal. Welcome to the Journal. That's where I forgot your name. Number 8, Lagrange. Okay, Lagrange. Lagrange. ZZ Top. Inspired by the.
Inspired by the what?
Inspired by a lady's house, a name for the town where it was located. Lagrange? Is it Lagrange or Lagrange? Lagrange? Lagrange turned a Houston boogie band into the biggest groups on the planet. I have a problem with the word Houston. Because if you live in New York City, you know that there is an East Houston Street. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I never.
So down in the village, there's an East Houston Street, but it's spelled Houston. So I've been pronouncing. So when Melissa, my wife, moved here, and I said we have to go to East Houston Street, and she got there and she looked at the sign. She's like, Houston. I'm like, no, Houston. That's the way you pronounce it.
Isn't Melissa from like Maryland?
She's from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. It's close. There's
That's my beef with the word Houston.
Houston. What about the restaurant?
The Houston restaurant?
Yeah, you were about to say Houston's.
I was.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't make any sense. The English language is stupid. ZZ Top got into some trouble over the song, though, apparently. Did you know this? They were sued by the publisher of Boogie Chillin', the John Lee Hooker song, whose relentless riff had formed the basis for Lagrange.
Oh, wow.
So it's John Lee Hooker.
It was John Lee Hooker.
Yeah. What was the Muddy Water riff that we were...
Yeah, that's a good question. It's something like...
Wasn't it from Green Onion or whatever?
It was this one.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
I guess. But I mean, this is an iconic song. I've never taught this in a class, though. Have you?
I have to
Really?
Paul Thorne.
So that's a gentleman that's an adult.
Yeah, and he performed that on the stage.
Did he have a beard? And more importantly, did someone ask him to cut it off for $1 million?
No, but I still get a kick out of that story.
That's a crazy story. Their beards, ZZ Top's beards. Do we have a picture of them?
Yeah.
Are iconic, and someone wanted to give them a bunch of money to cut their beards off. They wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
But you would know.
There's a lot that I would cut off for. How much? $1 million?
I think it was an extraordinary amount of money at the time.
Oh man.
Would you cut off your fingers? No.
This one probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
Nah. No.
Invest that $1 million in Dogecoin.
Yeah, Dogecoin. Yeah. Up to about 35 cents right now. I made a couple bucks.
So mad.
I got in at the wrong time. I did buy Sheeb. That's a meme coin.
That's another meme coin?
Yeah, so I bought that. It's like I've got a lot of that right now.
I told you about
yeah.
how it was like 0.0003 cents.
Yes.
And I was like just joking with Mike, who's a meme guy, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this. And he's like, don't waste your time and money. And I was like, you're right. And a week later, it was had gone up 1,000%.
It's gone on a tremendous amount. Like if you had to spend $100 on that, you would be well off right now. Well off. A couple 100,000. Crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that ZZ Top tune is a well-known and simple riff that I've never taught. Number 7, Back in Black, AC/DC, your favorite. I just ruined everybody's day.
I'm going to leave you hanging there.
Yeah.
It is an iconic riff, and I got to give credit where credit's due. It's iconic in its simplicity. It's 3 chords, E, D, A, and then there's some pentatonic scale happening. It's just that it's a lot easier to play than you might suppose, viewer at home. Do we have anybody watching?
I'm reading the lyrics right now. They're quite fantastic.
They're
back in the back of a Cadillac. All right.
Okay.
Let's leave that there.
Say no more.
Brian Johnson, your favorite.
Yep.
That's about it. That's all we got to say about this. Very satisfying and very easy to play. Definitely one of the ones that I think every guitar teacher has taught to their students.
Yeah, and you can. If you're watching at home, I'm using one finger first on the A string, 2nd fret, then on the G string, 2nd fret, and then on the D string, 2nd fret. If you're watching my right hand, I'm going E and A, D and G, and A and D, and that's like the skeleton of that riff.
Yeah.
If I want to get a little bit more complex, then I got to know my open chords. And if I want to really get to the whole thing, I got to know my pentatonic scale and then play it backwards.
I like it. Back in Black, AC/DC, that's number 7. Number 6, 7 Nation Army.
Mm-hmm.
White Stripes. So, playing the song with a slide.
Yeah, he plays it with a slide and in a very strange tuning. I think it's like F, C. It's something weird.
Bizarro?
It's bizarro tuning, and he plays it with a slide. I'm not sure if he plays that initial bass riff with a slide. And by the way, that's a bass pedal that he's got. So the White Stripes famously is just Jack White and Meg White on guitar and drums, respectively. Jack White uses a lot of pedals to help emulate bass guitar, overdubbed onto a regular guitar.
I think, doesn't he have a restraining order? Have a restraining order against Jack White?
They're divorced now. I don't know if there's a restraining order.
I thought they were brothers and sisters.
They are not
what?
brothers and sisters. No.
You said divorce. I was like, wait a minute.
Restraining order, Meg White. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that was right. But Jack White is pushing back on that. Apparently he was like a weirdo. Who would have known?
Not me.
Jack White doesn't have a restraining order. His other ex-wife does.
Jack White?
Mary
No.
Alston? Did Jack White marry his sister?
No. What happened to Meg White? There's a really good Meg White song by one artist. I forgot his name. Meg White song. I gotta find out. Oh, Meg White is this guy. What's his name? I can never pronounce his name right. Ray LaMontagne. LaMontagne. It's the worst. I'm the worst. Why do I even have this show? Ray LaMontagne.
Okay, so yes, they were married.
LaMontage.
And not siblings.
Thank God, because that's just
that'd have been
not for PG audience, folks. No. So the 2000. I've taught this song many a time. The White Stripes 2003 track, Seven Nation Army, is definitely one of those classic riffs. Classic riffs, perfectly suited for beginners. It's very easy to play. You can do it with one finger. Yep.
Tabulature would read 7, 710, 7, 5, 3, 2.
Yeah. So according to ultimateguitar.com, user Shiko pointed out, playing the song without a slide, beginner. Playing the song with a slide using alternative tuning, intermediate.
That's the intermediate?
I don't know. That's what this guy says.
I mean, I would say intermediate would say, all right, add that power chord structure in.
He's saying that with the alternative tuning and the
slide,
there's probably no. If it's alternative tuning, it's probably just one finger and the slide.
Yeah, so it's got to be tuned in just like fifths. I know Sanchez knows this because he's the one who told me this.
Oh wow.
Beyond that, I don't know much else.
Good job, Sanchez. White stumbled upon the riff while warming up his hollow body guitar. You ever watched It Might Get Loud?
No.
So good.
What is that?
Jack White, The Edge,
okay,
and Jimmy Page, all in a room talking about the guitar.
Yeah,
so good. Do your homework. Watch that. It's a very, very good movie if you like guitar and music, and me. So he played he's warming up, played the riff, and it sounded interesting. And then White plugged in an octave pedal and wound his 6-string down to a low twang.
Yeah, that octave pedal, that's how he's getting that. It sounds like a bass guitar rather than being boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But that's just a guitar through an octave.
Yeah, they were a two-piece. When they first came out, it was kind of like a what?
Yeah.
Because there was one band that did that in the 90s, the two-piecer that were famous.
Oh, they did Peaches.
Two-piece band. No, that was the President of the United States?
Yeah.
Two-piece.
I think that was Presidents of the United States was a two-piece. I saw Benevento Russo duo play. That was another one. They're local guys, but now Joe Russo, he did play with the Grateful Dead, or what was left of them, and now he's got his own act called Joe Russo's Almost Dead, which I guess is a...
Is that like a pun?
Like an homage.
Daft Punk.
Okay.
The Kills, Hurts, Jep Androids, the Black Keys. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Simon & Garfunkel? No.
Yes.
No.
They're a duo.
No, but it's a duo. It's not a bassist, a guitarist and a drummer.
Yeah, you're right.
Chemical Brothers? Okay. Jeff the Brotherhood. Pet Shop Boys. Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah.
You give that one?
That's a duo. There's a bass and guitar.
Outcast? No. There's a 90s band. It's not listed in here because they're probably not relevant. The best, I'm going to do this one more time. Hey. Black Keys. A two-piece band would be drummer, playing drums, and a singer, guitarist / bassist. So like you described, you would have that pedal that would be able to make the guitar sound like it has the low end of the bass, but also you're really playing guitar.
Or a drummer and a really good keyboardist who could play both bass lines and chords and sing at the same time, which describes a lot of keyboardists.
So that's that. Seven Nation Army. Anything more to say about that?
No.
Okay. So, all right, number 5, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
This one, I know this one.
If you've never heard that song, you're living under a rock. Utilizing the chord progression and strumming style of the most used riff in rock. Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit is a song that everyone knows, and it's fun to play. It is very fun to play.
Yeah.
The main guitar, actually, it's way more fun when you have a drummer, because a drummer, yeah, it's just insane. The main guitar riff is constructed from 4 power chords and is played in a syncopated 16th note strum by Mr. Cobain, the recently departed, not recently. According to UltimateGuitar.com, Smells Like Teen Spirit has the staying power of one of the greatest guitar rock songs of all time because it offers a powerful combination of raw punk metal energy with an irresistible pop sensibility. Written by someone who loves to write words.
Irresistible pop sensibility, I think that's the sort of thing that led Kurt Cobain. That's the sort of verbiage that led Kurt Cobain down his path.
Yeah.
Irresistible pop sensibility.
Whoever wrote that caused his decline.
That was like his whole crusade was against that.
Killed him with that.
Yeah.
You wrote that one?
No, I didn't write that.
Oh God, that's.
I said whoever did.
Yeah.
Whoever did, because I would feel really terrible. Cobain himself admitted that it was a cliched riff, one derivative of the guitar work in the fairly cheesy 70s arena rock anthem, More Than a Feeling?
Yeah, in fact, there's some live videos of them doing that where they start out the song going, more than a feeling, more than a feeling, da, 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 da. And then they go.
That's really interesting. I've actually never made that comparison before.
Me neither before I saw that video, which was actually recently. I was like, oh.
That's really interesting. The band Boston, famously More Than a Feeling, is one of their most famous songs.
Hey, we're still going?
We're still going.
We are. Okay.
We're still live.
My thing just froze.
Okay. That Smells Like Teen Spirit. Interestingly enough, when that song came out, my friend Brian Gallagher, he used to do ads. He used to he was a child actor, and he tried out for a deodorant commercial, Smells Like Teen Spirit, deodorant, who capitalized on the song at the time, and I'll never forget watching him dance.
There's a long history of soap capitalizing, big soap capitalizing on musical trends of the time. Like,
really?
Even going back to like the 60s, you see ads for like psychedelic soap, and it's like tie-dye, and like it's got like, the 60s aesthetic.
It's a big soap conspiracy.
Big soap conspiracy.
Soap.
Bringing down the world by insinuating themselves or inserting themselves into insinuating themselves.
Yeah. Forget about vaccines. Soap you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, because as soon as you wash yourself, all the metal objects in the room will just smash against your face.
Right.
Have you watched those videos with these people with the magnets on their arms?
No.
For the vaccine.
For the vaccine.
Wait, there's commercials?
Not commercial. No, videos.
Oh, okay.
There's videos of people going like, "Look, there's a magnet on my arm. It's definitely magnets in the vaccine."
In the British?
After they get a vaccine, they put a magnet up to their skin, and they say that it sticks, and it's because the vaccine has all this metal in it or something.
Give me a break.
Maybe they should just take a shower and with soap wash off whatever stickiness
people like
is
you
on them.
are preventing us from moving on with our lives.
Yes.
It's a big soap conspiracy. It's all put
big
together.
soap has just ruined it for everybody. Number 4, Stairway to Heaven.
Talking to you,
Led
Dove.
Zeppelin. Little band from London, or Great Britain. Yeah, what can we say about this? What can we say about this, Kevin, besides that you teach this all the time, and my office is right outside your teaching room?
I was teaching it yesterday. I'll tell you, what I can tell you is the hardest part of the song, probably for a lot of beginners, is the solo. Yeah.
I love that.
But my favorite part of the tune is. It's a good.
Really Dorian. Makes me wonder.
Good Dorian progression.
Oh.
It is a fun song to play.
This guy Mike in high school gave me a cassette tape with a mix he made. He's like he'd asked me on the bus ride home, "Have you ever listened to Led Zeppelin?" I said no, and he said, "I'm making you a mixtape," and he did. And I listened to that thing. I mean, I wore it out, and that's when I first heard that song. I was like, whoa, just floored. So I'm hoping that happens with my girls. We're listening to it on vinyl.
Mixtapes?
No, but like we're listening to the song, and I hope it floors them. Like there's some songs that they'll listen to, and immediately like on this list they don't like. But
right.
I'm hoping that because I got Ava the Stairway to Heaven, the first album. Anyway,
good.
Great introduction to arpeggios. This song.
Yeah. So there's a volume of study about the chord progression in the beginning.
A volume.
But a volume of study. That's an A minor arpeggio, but then you go to the next chord and immediately there's like so much debate on. I call that a minor major ninth.
Everybody else, they're just on the edge of their seats.
Some people call it a E augmented over G sharp.
Some people. Who?
Probably not jazz guys. But this. That's the spy chord.
Tune in next week while Mr. Jovier's villain runs away. Tune in next week for the next final thrilling adventure of blah.
Something or other.
Led Zeppelin famously had a copyright battle over the song.
Yeah, with we did a show about it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting deja vu. We've done a whole episode about it.
Yeah, but you know what? Doesn't matter.
What was
Final
the name
legal
of that?
challenge. What?
What was the name of that band?
The name of the band was millions of dollars for a
Spirit.
potential stake.
Spirit.
Yeah, that's it.
The frontman, Spirit is the name of the band. The copyright dispute was originally lodged by a journalist on behalf of the estate of Randy Wolf, the late frontman of Spirit. They argued that Led Zeppelin became familiar with Spirit's song after the singer Robert Plant saw them live. So if you listen to the tune that they're talking about and you listen to the song, you can kind of go, okay, but it's a chord progression.
Yeah, it's you can't own a chord progression, and more specifically, it's something called a line cliche, where it's a cliche in music for it to go, like think about like French folk, like.
Right.
That's even in Mary Poppins. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree.
Yeah.
It's also my funny Valentine, sweet something Valentine.
Yeah, so there's an army of lawyers that would argue that, or were trying to argue that this was copyright infringement. If you know what a copyright is, like you claim ownership of it. Once you claim ownership of it, like nobody can copy it. But the thing is with the chord progression is like there's a million songs out there with the same chord progression. That would mean like that would make everything invalidated. The thing you can't take from somebody is the melody.
Right.
So they were trying to. I think they're also trying to argue that there was a melody in there that they stole. Whatever. But Stairway to Heaven. Oh, it's in here too. Yeah, very nice. So they, the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco has upheld the 2016 trial verdict that found Led Zeppelin did not copy it. Good for them. Mm-hmm. That would have started a very, very bad precedent, I think.
I was watching another video last night from another YouTube music theorist, Charles Cornell, where he's talking about this guy, Bill Wirtz, who, used that line cliche in part of his song and went into
Bill
describe.
Wirtz.
No, yeah, Bill Wirtz.
I know
the history of the world.
Yeah.
History of Japan.
Yeah.
And then very short videos where you just click on it and it's like, oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I love it.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of really interesting, like.
He is really cool. Shout out Bill Wirtz if you're watching. You're not, but
he's totally watching.
Big shout out. Very inventive with his use of harmony.
Stay right there. We're getting to the top 3. But before we do that, on the copyright thing, a very famous song, which you might know, "Stay With Me," Sam Smith, is a very familiar melody. Do you know what that is? Sam Smith stays. Would you stay with me?
Yeah.
That is actually "I Won't Back Down" by Tom Petty. And Tom Petty figured it out, or somebody in Tom Petty's estate figured it out, and they got rights. Yeah. So go do your homework right now. Listen to "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith, very famous song, and then go listen to Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down." My daughter Ava heard it like right away.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, "Holy cow, I can't believe that."
Cool.
So the melody is the thing, guys. You can't steal the melody. Number 3 on this crazy list we've got here, Iron Man. Something like that.
Yeah.
Iron Man by Black Sabbath. So yeah, it's one of the all-time essential elements of metal guitar, man. This is one of the tunes, right? This is not just Iron Man the comic book. This is one of the most famous guitar riffs of all time. According to UltimateGuitar.com, this is one of the most taught, one of the most taught guitar.
Yeah, my experience with it though is, while it is among the top 3 taught guitar songs, it's deceptively tricky.
To play it up on the fretboard like that is a little hard.
Yeah,
in time.
To do it like Tony Iommi did it in time is
well, how did
tricky.
He do it?
So
the power chords.
Like I just did, right?
Yeah.
So, but where it gets tricky is the...
And then slide down without hitting, right?
Yeah.
Does he hit it or does he not?
I always hit it. But that slide, first of all, I mean, sliding is a technique where that's a slide. You can do a precision slide like that, or which is what it is. That's a technique on its own. And then sliding with 2 fingers, and if you don't have the callus yet, that can be very difficult.
Ouch.
Yeah. You could play it like. Two fingers there, but even that 16th notes, even at 60 beats per minute, can be a challenge for the beginner.
Yeah, and it's tuned to standard pitch. Tony Iommi, used light gauge strings, which is a little tidbit that I did not know.
Oh.
I don't know if it's 8s, 9s, 10s, who knows? A medium.
Nines.
Really? Why? A medium pick. And it's a great beginner introduction to metal riffing, definitely. It's one of the most famous first metal-ish type of songs that were very famous. So here's the thing, when people talk about writing songs, this is a direct quote from Tony Iommi. Most of the riffs I've come up with on the spot. That's the thing, right? You're sitting here, you're just like noodling around, you come up with something that sounds cool, and you show your friend. Seriously. And that was one of them. It just came up. So he was playing around. That riff came up, and then it went with the drummer and what Bill was playing. I just saw this thing in my mind of someone creeping on you, and it just sounded like the riff. In my head, I could hear it as a monster. So I came up with that riff there, and then
Tony Stark.
And then Tony Stark came. No relation whatsoever.
Oh,
no relation.
He's the Iron Man.
He is, but
also Iron Giant.
Famous Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not Iron Man.
Right.
No relation whatsoever. They weren't thinking movies back then. They were.
Iron Man is now a Disney movie.
Iron Man is now a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Thanks to some hostile takeovers, I'm sure. Also, the Iron Man competition.
The Iron Man competition, but again, no relation.
Big dudes lifting boulders.
No relation though. They were just in a room, probably doing things, and this riff came up, and they played jammed, and then Ozzy came in, hello everyone, and then they just played.
yeah.
That's how I picture Ozzy everywhere.
And they're like, oh, the singer's here.
Hello everyone.
Let's put some structure to it, I guess.
Number 2 on this list of 20-something. What is this list again?
20 top
10 songs. The top 20 songs every guitarist should know. The top 10s is what we're talking about. Number 2 is "Wish You Were Here" by my favorite, Pink Floyd. What's that background noise? The woman talking right in the beginning. Right before it starts.
Oh yeah, it's like a transistor radio.
I forgot. I used to know what she said, and I forget what it was.
Pink Floyd, they would do that kind of soundscaping a lot, especially in Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like somebody tuning through a radio, and then the song comes
and then
on.
all of a sudden you hear the guitar come in, that right there.
Very merciful.
That's,
yes,
I mean.
I'm with you, Derek. The star nonsense. Yes. No, which is it?
Which is it? Yeah, I love that part.
See, that
which
all
is it?
Totally escaped me.
Yeah, because if you really listen, and that's what you got that from a little research there, Maddie?
Yeah, I just
well
looked
done.
at the lyrics.
Nice.
One of my favorite things is on Dark Side of the Moon at the end, the very end of the album, you can hear the Beatles recording in the studio next to them.
Oh.
At the very end.
Yeah, that's a factoid.
Yeah.
There's no Dark Side of the Moon, really. In fact, it's all dark.
Yeah.
But on this song, that's a little tidbit there. But that guitar riff, probably one of the most famous of all time.
Yeah, this is probably more famous, but I like the other guitar. Love that.
Love that. My favorite part. There it is. And then back to the G chord. Roger Waters comes in. Yeah, the song crackles and pops in the beginning, and that whole part's comes in. So according to UltimateGuitar.com, the second guitar is loud and blemish free. So like the first got that crackly sound, and the second guitar comes in. This is all production, guys. That's all it is.
Yeah. But it's like a really stark change in texture that I think sticks out to the listener in a very profound way.
If you want to do your research, as the young man, Syd Barrett was part of Pink Floyd. Mm-hmm. So by 1975, he'd become a pale shadow of his former self. So "Wish You Were Here," the album is based on, it's on Syd Barrett, Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
About that? How he was the founding member and he did so much acid it fried his brain.
Yeah, he did bad things, and he just messed them up totally.
Yeah, Wish You Were Here is like on a mental level. Like,
yeah,
wish you were still.
He was the founding member. He was like the artistic visionary of the band, and they saved it. They salvaged it with the other founding members, but it went into a totally different direction. If you listen to like Ummagumma and like all the albums prior, like it's really out there. I've gotten into fights with friends about that actually. Which is better, pre "Wish You Were Here" or post?
You got Piper at the Gates.
Metal, all
Dawn.
that stuff. I don't know. It's tough. It depends on what kind of music you like to listen to.
Their biggest success was Dark Side.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
Yep. Players on Ultimate Guitar have noted here it has a little bit of everything. It isn't too hard. A little bit of picking, some chord changes, and a solo that isn't too hard to learn. It's really one of the most perfect songs to learn on guitar. You should be learning it, which brings us to number 1. So as we started here, May 26, according to my research, 1973, Deep Purple's single, "Smoke on the Water," was released.
Oh.
And because of that single, millions and millions of guitar teachers around the world taught that dang song
every day for the rest of their lives.
Millions of times. "Smoke on the Water," number 1, probably one of the most teachable and memorable songs that any guitarist can learn from Deep Purple.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's a relatively simple lick, but it's effective and it's recognizable, and You know, it builds. It's like a good study in like how like a song can like build in textures, because it starts out with just the guitar, and then the hi-hat I think comes in.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then the bass comes in after that.
Nice.
Yeah, I always had become very tired of teaching that song.
Schmack in the water. Yeah, I've just too many times.
Here's the cool thing, right?
What is it?
So I've taught that song so many times, you know, I could do it in my sleep. But now
you were just playing the bass line and the riff at the same time, my friend. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know. But now with Practice Pad, I'm able to, in just a couple clicks, send it to my students.
What is Practice Pad, Kevin?
I'm so glad you asked. Practice Pad is a learning environment where real brave instructors, such as myself and many more, are able to upload notes, pictures, personalized tutorials, skill modules where we can track their progress, and
so cool.
Students can upload response videos. It's really cool thing. So we've done now. So we're working on this thing of this idea of custom skills, where each instructor is, you know, able to, for each student and whatever song they're learning, input the song. Or input their version of how they teach this song, right?
Yep.
So for Smoke on the Water, I've now used it like a bunch of times. But I go in there, I create the default video, I write out the tabs, I take a picture, I post it up there. The student then takes that, what I assign for them that week, they see it in their profile when they're at home, and then they go in there and they upload response videos.
Love it.
And I can put in a note every week too, to say like, hey, focus on this. Hey, great job here. Now try it with one finger or whatever it is. You can also link the YouTube videos as well for whatever song they're working on, or any other, you know, YouTube resources out there. I like to use backing tracks or like drum tracks or stuff like that to help improve a student's time and rhythm. But
I'm watching it right here. We got a little video up there showing Practice Pad in action, and we're doing this on purpose because one of the songs that you can teach in there and learn is Practice Pad. But teachers teach it; they have their own version of
Smoke
it.
on the Water.
Smoke on the Water.
Yeah. Practice Pad is the song in
Practice
and
Pad
of
is the
itself.
song.
It's
Practice
it's a
Pad
symphony
is the song.
of technological feats.
They pay me a lot of money to sit here and misspeak.
Yeah, it's one of now many songs that are in my personal arsenal of songs I've taught in Practice Pad since we put that update in there, and you know, it's growing every day, and every day I find myself.
All day.
We've done that before. All day. We've done this tune before. I've taught this tune before. Let me see if it's here. It is. Here's 25 or 6 to 4, and then everything that I've taught on that is right there.
Not to go off on a tangent though. So like, are you able to all day be able to do
All day?
All day.
Do it.
Are you able to like start 25, 64, 78, 92 hike, right? That tune, just the riff, and then go back to it the week after and like do a little bit more?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So for every like skill that I've created, for each student can be personalized.
Yeah.
And can be improved upon. And then I can decide like, oh, okay, I really like this, and I can use it in future uses and with a couple clicks,
cool, have
it be like saved and solidified.
Act now, I get a whole year of Practice Pad for free.
Yeah, or not really for free, but but check us out at practice-pad.com or realbraveaudio.com and click for a free lesson.
Yeah, you can get a free lesson, sure. Thank you for that that video that you put together, Kevin. That's mighty kind of you.
I mean, all I saw was in the email about this broadcast was Deep Purple Smoke on the Water was released May 26, 1973, and then a link, and I was like, all right, I'll click the link later. I never clicked it, so I just assumed we were talking about Smoke on the Water the whole time.
For 45 minutes.
You know, which we could very well have, but...
It's in G.
Since it's in G. Oh, here's how Smoke on the Water would sound like if it was in major, though. Yeah, bow, bow.
Smoke off the water.
Smoke off the water.
Yeah, yeah, light mist off the water.
A light mist.
Yeah, so Richie Blackmore, for the riff, I was playing 2 notes at the same time, starting with, again, goes back to what I was talking about. It's not like you're sitting in the room and like you're composing from like some deep place at times. For the riff, I was playing 2 notes at the same time, starting with G on top of D below, and I played that with my thumb and first finger, not with a pick. The riff then moved along using the same spread between the 2 notes. You just mess around, guys. You can do it too.
This is such a popular tune that in our most recent TikTok concert, we had 2 students submit for this one.
Schmuck in the water.
One of them did it in E, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
The other one did it in the standard tuning. I wonder if anyone on this round is going to also submit Smoke on the Water.
I'm sure. Just like I've heard. What songs are missing off this list?
Oh,
so many.
Great question.
And then we'll
viewers should comment below.
Yeah, please
think was missing.
Please comment below on the songs thank you, Maddie. On any of the songs you think are missing, please comment below, and also tell me how good I look today. Thank you.
Maybe Blackbird and So-So. Blackbird, I think I've taught like a bunch of times.
That's a good one.
It is a guitar. It is like the acoustic guitar song.
Any Jimi Hendrix song, right?
Oh, geez, any Jimi Hendrix song, which is what I was trying to do before. Or even.
I'm surprised that Creep wasn't on the list.
Creep by
TLC.
TLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Creep by Radiohead, their most hated song.
Yeah, even Tom York hates that song because that is how often it's done. But that is another very common.
Yeah, because it's a picking song. You can use your bar chords. My life has changed when during the chorus, so it changed my life. Yeah, that thing changed my life. 100%.
What was I just thinking?
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, what about often Santeria? I forget how it goes.
Sublime?
Yeah. I forget how it goes. But then another one, Sweater, something about a sweater.
Oh, the Sweater song by Weezer.
That's the one.
Yep.
And
Weezer.
Say It Ain't So, Buddy Holly.
Pretty much everything from the Blue Album on from Weezer.
Yep.
Buddy Holly. Green Day. Right. Oh, we did do a Green Day song. Right?
Yeah, but I think.
American Idiot is pretty iconic.
Something like that.
There's
too many songs.
Yeah.
There's no Van Halen on here. There's no many.
There's no Metallica, right?
No, there's one Metallica.
Enter Sandman. Yeah, there's plenty. This list could be extended to a top 50 and include a lot more.
And we could spend all day.
No
Fish songs.
There was no Fish songs, much to my dismay.
Yeah.
But not surprised.
I mean, everybody's happy about that.
But that being said, I've taught many a Fish song, and I have now a bunch of custom skills and practice pad for
That
them.
is not the real brave way.
Well,
we listen to the student, and then we give them a customized tutorial.
Paul, big Fish fan.
Big Fish fan.
Brad,
Fine.
big Fish fan.
I can get you another Fish fan.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'll take him.
I'll try to get him over here.
Take him on.
He lives up the block from me.
Okay. Oh, I know the guy who you're talking about.
Huge. Him and his wife, actually.
Wasn't he at the El Poa ball?
Yeah, the El Poa ball. They call it the prom.
Right. Yeah, the prom. the adult prom.
I hope they do it again this year because I need something normal in my life. Kevin, that was the top 10 songs every guitarist should know. Do we have anything else to add before we bid adieu? Back to work.
Just
say no, guys.
Just say no to Back in Black.
Back in Black.
No, actually, that's another one.
Yeah.
But just saying. But I have nothing else to add.
Nothing else to add. Folks, we actually did talk about Practice Pad today. So Practice Pad makes it easy to learn any instrument with an instructor. Plus, we built a video room in there so you don't have to go to Zoom. What's Zoom?
Zoom who?
It's really cool. It's fun. It's at practice-pad.com. It's affordable, too. You can meet with an instructor weekly. And Real Brave is a music school. We do have 3 locations in the New York, New Jersey area, and we're really nice people. I mean, just pop in, say hi. Here's a high five, because we can do that now. We're allowed to touch each other again. That should be the slogan for the 2022 midterm elections.
We can touch each other again.
We can touch each other again. That's all for us here at Real Brave. Please follow us at Real Brave Inc. on all the platforms, TikTok, Instagram, here on Facebook. And that's it. Practice-pad.com. We'll see you very soon. Please comment below on the favorite thing you saw today from us here at Real Brave. And we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Real Brave Live. Thanks, guys.